Anglers Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. Time for the Managers Show. I'm Diamond Side with John Schiffner.
Diamond Side, very good.
Mixing it in sometimes. Well, you're back in the playoffs. How does that feel?
Great. Feels great for everybody. I'm thrilled. Coaches are thrilled. Kids are thrilled. Town's thrilled. CAA is thrilled. Everybody's thrilled. Last
night's game was quite the roller coaster. You got on top 6-0. They came back 6-4. What did you think of the resilience of your team?
Well, Jamie Schultz just slammed it shut. He said, "That's enough. You guys have had your turn. Okay, here we go." And we get those last two guys out in the 8th, and the 9th he just mowed them down. So that's a pretty good job, and that's what you're supposed to do in that situation. And he slammed the door shut, and we go to the playoffs.
How much comfort do you have knowing you have a rotation of guys you can throw in at the end of games who can shut other teams down?
No, that's part of the master plan that we tried to do, is to get some power arms late in the pen. And unfortunately, one of them's gone. Birdie was going to be one of those power arms. But we've been getting some quality innings out of all the other guys, and that's been our staple. If we've got a lead, we haven't blown that many. We have, and that's part of the learning experience. But that's what we wanted to do with those arms in the back end, is to slam doors shut.
Earlier in the game, Adam Engel hit his first home run of the year as a grand slam, just the 11th of the year in the Cape Cod Baseball League. What were your thoughts when that one left the yard?
Oh, it was great. I mean, that's just a nice cushion right there. 6-0 cushion in the 5th inning in the Cape League. You're in pretty good shape. It's not a slam dunk, but you're in pretty good shape. So that was a huge hit for us.
And this is a guy who didn't show a whole lot of power earlier in the season, but he went the other way. That's a hit you think Pat McGee would have been really proud of?
Oh, my God, I know. Hopefully, I know Pat knew the outcome. I don't know if he was listening online or not. If he was, I'm sure he got really excited, because that's what he's really been trying to instill in all these guys, is to use the short porch, get the ball deep into the box, into the plate, and just drive the ball the other way. And that was a classic example right there.
Working backwards in the game to the start, you had Aaron Brown, who had just one start earlier in the year, and he was sensational. 6 1/3, 10 strikeouts. Were you expecting that from him on that stage?
Well, yeah, I don't think it's fair to say you're expecting that, but we knew he was capable of that, and we saw glimmers in a certain, some of the games that he threw, and he stepped it up. We've had some injuries with the starting rotation, and he just stepped right in and did a great job.
Was control the main thing for him last night? Just 3 walks. That had been a bit of a problem earlier in the season.
Right, and that's the easiest. You can pitch a lot easier with nobody on base, and you can with guys on base. And especially if you're the result. If you're putting them on base, it kind of gets to your head. If you're giving up a base hit here, a base hit there, you can work around that, because when you're giving up some base hits, sometimes it's just luck of the draw. But when you're walking guys, that's your fault. That's your fault, and you need to adjust that. And he did a fabulous job. He came back. So there was a couple long counts, 3-2 counts, and he was able to get the guys out. That's huge. So it was an outstanding performance.
Now that you guys have clinched that playoffs berth, what are you looking for in these last 2 games against Orleans?
Well, we still have a chance to finish 3rd place. So we're not going to lay down and roll over like my dog does and scratch our belly. But, we're also going to play smart. We want to play smart. We don't want guys getting hurt and heading into the playoffs. And, who knows? If we finish 3rd, we don't know who you're going to play. If you finish 4th, right now we don't know who we're going to play, because YD and Harwich are 1 point separated. So it's going to be interesting to see. But, at this point, you want to rest a few guys. You want to try to keep a few guys fresh, and you just want to avoid the injuries as best you can, so you can go into the playoffs with the full complement.
How do you go into the playoffs with momentum while still managing to rest guys and keep guys healthy?
Well, you just hope that the guys that are playing are going to, replace the guys and step up like those guys have been. That's the whole idea. You want to have 12 equal players than only 7 or 8 guys, and the other guys they're not so successful with. So that's why we're giving guys chances to keep playing, to keep getting better, working on their game, getting whatever we can out of them.
Last night you got to coach 3rd for the first time in the Cape Cod Baseball League since you took over the head coaching position in 1993. How was that experience, Schiff?
I loved it. I love being on the lines. You feel like you're so much a part of the game, and it was fun to be out there. And I made one little goof on one of our signs, and Knapp jumped all over me. So, but otherwise things were fine. It's like riding a bike. I've done that in high school games for 600-700 high school games I coached, and 9 years as an assistant in the Cape League. I coached 3rd all those years, so it's not like it's something new to me, but it's been a while to do it in a Cape League game. The last time I coached 3rd was in 2011, my last high school game, but I love it. I love being part of the field. I love you feel as though you're a contributor, almost like you're a player, and I love that part of it. It's fun and it's exciting, and you're in charge in a sense. Not that I'm the giant egotist, but it's like, I'm making the decisions here, doing this, and I've been very flexible with my assistant coaches. I've let them, in most years, run the offense. You know, especially Pat and Matt Fincher, I trusted both of them. But there were times where I would call and that causes a communication breakdown sometimes when you have to wait for me to give the third base coach a sign, then the third base coach gives the sign. So with Pat, it was like, go ahead, run the offense, and now it's me. So there's no delay, and that keeps the game flowing.
Keeps the game flowing, and Schiff will be back on third tonight, game 43 of the season.
My God, I'm sore. You know, you're old. When you get old and you stand that long, you get sore. So, but I'll gut it out. I'll gut it out and, you know, give it a college try.
You looked pretty good last night, Schiff.
Well, you know, like I told somebody, I've been actually asked to speak at conventions and clinics on coaching the bases, and so it wasn't that difficult. It wasn't that hard. I got an idea what I'm doing. It's just I hope the legs will let me continue to do it.
Well, we'll see tonight. Schiff will be on third of the Anglers in game 43 of the season. Good luck against Orleans.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
That was the Manager's Show. The Anglers Extra pregame show rolls on. Back to Chris Fitzgerald.